Hello, external students who are doing Principles of Economics online. My name is Edward Mariyani-Squire. I'm the unit coordinator for Principles of Economics, and I will be your first and probably last port of call for any communication between the university and yourself with respect to this unit. Because you're doing the unit online, you're doing it externally, you don't have any face-to-face classes. It means that your mode of study will be different in this crucial respect compared to the rest of the students, who will have weekly 2-hour face-to-face workshops. In order to compensate for the fact that you won't have that kind of interaction on a weekly basis, here's my suggestions for what you need to do each week in order to stay on top of the material and to do well in the unit. The first thing is that each week a new topic area will open up on the Views website. Click on that. All students, whether they're on campus or off campus such as yourself, will be able to see that content, and it shows you the reading for that week, the chapter of the textbook to read for that week, and you should read through the relevant chapter and take notes on that chapter. Don't just read it, take notes on it as you go. You'll also see that there is a series of videos for each week. You should work through those videos and take notes on the videos as you go. Next, you'll see, as you scroll down further, you'll see there's workshop activities. Now, those workshop activities are designed for the on-campus students, and they'll engage in those activities during the semester. You obviously won't be participating in that, but you can absolutely read through what happens in those workshops, look at the activities and look at the questions in particular, and see if you can answer those questions for yourself. The questions themselves are not really very difficult if you've read the material from your textbook and you've watched the videos. So go through that just for yourself. And then at the very bottom of the page each week, you'll see there's the answers to multiple choice questions from the relevant chapter of the textbook. So you should do the multiple choice questions at the end of each chapter and then check your answers to see how you've gone. So this gives you some kind of feedback on whether you've assimilated the material satisfactorily or not. So you should do that each week and really try and be disciplined and consistent about that, because if you're not, you can start to fall behind, and it can be quite difficult to catch up if you leave it for too long. With respect to assessments, the assessments are all the same for on-campus students and off-campus students. That is, there's the online quizzes, which everyone does. There's the short answer assignment, which you will submit online. You'll receive the short answer assignment by email, and then you submit it online on the relevant date. And there is the final exam. Now, the thing that's different in terms of assessment for you guys is that for the on-campus students, they'll do a they'll do workshop questions in class, kind of like a little tiny mini exam each week, to see whether they've got the material from understood the material from their preparatory work and from the workshop itself. Now, you guys obviously won't be there for the workshop, but I will be putting onto Views the workshop portfolio questions for each week. They're the same sorts of questions that will be given to the on-campus students. Now, don't be afraid of that. These workshop questions are elementary questions. They're not difficult brain teasers which require you to be in the workshop to understand. They're basic comprehension questions. So you shouldn't have any difficulty with them whatsoever if you've studied. But they'll be made available each week, and you should give your answers, submit your answers to those online. When you go and have a look, you'll see how that will work. You can submit your answers to that online, and at the on a random basis, I'll select 5 weeks where I will mark the workshop questions that you've done for each week. So I'll take 5 from the portfolio of answered questions, and I'll mark those. And they will constitute your mark for the workshop questions portfolio, which is worth 10%. So that's pretty much that. So you shouldn't be too worried about that. It's very easy if you've read the material and watched the lectures. It's fine. I think that's pretty much all I have to say for the moment. If I feel that there's something additional that I need to tell you, I will send you an email. So rather than corresponding with you or communicating with you guys in text form via the announcements on Views, I'll send you an email instead. Okay, so if you've got any questions, please email me, or you can ring me, and hopefully I'll be available if you ring, but you can certainly email me and I'll answer within 24 hours. Okie doke. So that'll do for now. Happy hunting. I hope you do well in the unit.